Hey Mark, just finishing up here on Sembler. There's still, unfortunately, I do have questions about what exactly you want to do with some of this trim, um, particularly on the backside here. Unfortunately, I was trying to work with the system. I think what India, for some reason, India likes to use this weird system for trim. So they actually had deleted all my trims that I initially put on and did new ones that are I find really hard to work with. So I had to change theirs back, and it was just a lot of unnecessary overkill. I think if I could try to emphasize to them to not change the system when it's been in place, I guess, for the model. Like if trims are drawn a certain way, don't delete them all and do them a different way. Just keep what's there. Because unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with how people are using. They use a wall as a trim, and I find it really takes a really long time to manipulate things in elevation when you do it that way. So anyway, I got most of the things on here. I think everything on this side looks good, or it looks to to your sketch specs. The floor systems changed. That was another thing. I don't know why. I looked at old floors and they were lower. They were actually lowered 4 inches, which is how I usually do a waterproofing system for a deck. Is I lowered 4 inches, but they were flush here. So I don't know where this stuff is getting, you know, kind of reverting back, but I think it would be a good idea to kind of address it with them. Anyway, um, I was assuming that you wanted things to stay the same on the backside here. I also noticed that some of the like this girder was short, and this perimeter beam here was also short. I think at some point we had changed things up, um, put a little more length on these decks, and that was still short. So um, and then I just kind of mimicked what was going on back here over here. So I did a 12-inch trim band that's continuous around these decks as well. And then I followed through with the trim band here. And then I also put that additional layer of trim, or I guess we're calling it a freeze here, underneath this trim band on either side of on either of these decks. So I'm assuming that's what we want to do. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I would assume makes the most sense. Um, and then there was all the tweaking. Sorry it took so long, but there was just so many little components that needed to change as a part of this. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I have to head out of town tomorrow early, so hopefully that does it. Um, but if there are changes and we need to do it, I guess that's what we need to do. So let me know. Thanks.